Welcome to Hate to Weight, where two lifelong dieters talk about their current struggles with weight loss. Diets, we've tried them all. We are not doctors, we don't play them on TV or on this podcast. Join our journey because we're all in this together.
Hello, Emily.
Hello, John.
It's official. We are quarantine crazy.
A little.
You have been dressing up or Spirit Week all week?
All week, yeah. I decided to enact a Spirit Week where every day has a different theme because I'll be honest, I've gotten tired of wearing the same thing every single day. I didn't think it was possible because I love just opening up my drawers and being like, which pair of black leggings should I wear today? And opening up my shirt drawer and saying, which white or gray shirt should I wear today? And I got sick of that, to be honest. And I wanted a week where I actually looked in my closet and I actually got creative with my clothes and got to try on a lot of clothes I haven't worn in a very long time. And with all the weight loss, too, it's been kind of a purging week, too, of going through my closet, trying something on and going, well, now that's too big for me, too. So that's been Spirit Week for me. So every day I've picked a new theme. On Monday, it was favorite movie or book character. On Tuesday, it was, I'm already forgetting. On Tuesday, it was pick a decade. It was retro day. So I picked the 60s and I wore all my, a shirt that I bought when we first started this podcast for a party I was going to. And I was like, it's really flowy. It's this hippie shirt and I still feel fat in it. I put it on and it was huge. I was swimming in it. And oh my gosh, it was so big. And thank goodness it was a flowy hippie shirt. It was totally fine that it was flowy. I'm still going to keep it in my closet. I'm not getting rid of it because it was really comfortable. Wednesday was Disney Day, and I didn't have a lot of Disney, and I dressed like Ursula the Sea Witch, and nobody recognized me.
I did not.
I think that's so funny. And all it was me drawing black eyebrows, a little bit higher than my regular eyebrows, and wearing contacts and putting my hair up. And the photo I used was more colored, but I had purple on, and yeah.
Yeah, so that was amazing. So yesterday we were I woke up with a horrific headache, migraine, could not get rid of it. Basically slept till 3:00 in the afternoon, which yesterday was Jersey Day, which is right up my alley.
I specifically put Jersey Day on the day that we were going to record because I'm like, I don't expect John to do Disney or anything like that, but I bet he has a jersey. I'm sure he has Eagles stuff that he could wear easily.
Right. So I couldn't do that. So today is
all dressed up and nowhere to go day. And we haven't even put our pictures up on Facebook yet. When we do the Facebook Live to record this, we haven't even opened our cameras for the reveal. But we have a lovely background, if you're watching us live, of a city. John actually put a city where people are moving around. Oh my God, it's crowds. I forgot what crowds look like.
Remember those days?
Oh, wow.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go, 3, 2, 1, and we'll reveal. Okay?
Okay.
Not that this is a big deal for me because I'm just
It's not a big deal for me either, too. I'm worried about StreamYard and it asking permission all of a sudden and 3, 2, 1. Are you sure you want StreamYard to use permission to use your camera?
Yes. Okay, here we go.
All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Turn your camera on.
Hey! Oh my goodness, we are so all dressed up and nowhere to go. This looks great with the city background. Oh, I love it.
And look at us. We're almost color coordinated.
I know. We got some nice, I'm wearing, I have stories about getting dressed this week. In fact, that's pretty much my week of getting dressed.
Wait, before you do this, I have one question that's been burning ever since I saw you do the Disney Day.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, did Mark say, you know what, don't take that off yet? Go into bed with that.
Not that one, honestly, because in fact, the dress I was wearing was a black nightgown. Actually, it was like a slip nightgown.
Yes.
So it was my nightgown anyway. It was basically I took down my hair, I took my makeup off, I took off the pants I was also wearing because I was cold, and I just got into bed in the dress I was wearing all day because it was a nightgown. The outfit he liked was Monday on Movie and Book Day. I dressed like Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter in a little Catholic schoolgirl thing. So that was the one where he's like, I really like that outfit. And I like a tied little tie and everything. That was the one. So that was.
Look at Mark. I know. Okay.
He was like, that's really nice. But okay, this actually involves this show. There was nothing that he could be doing because it's finally Shark Week for me. Yeah. Of all weeks to do Spirit Week on. Well, remember last week I was telling you how I was late? Mm-hmm. And I knew it was the stress. I knew it was. In fact, after we recorded that Friday, one of the things we got delivered very quickly, it was like, okay, if we could have a few things delivered tomorrow, what would it be? And I'm just like, pregnancy tests. Just saying. I got to know. I actually have it right here. I peed on a stick and I had a lovely little negative. I was so happy to see that negative. I got to say, because that's the thing. I'm like, pregnancy is a beautiful thing. Having children is a beautiful thing. I don't want to do it now. I don't want to do it during the pandemic. We know I don't want to be pregnant during this at all.
So there is an option of another little one in the works, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. But not right now. It was just something that we didn't want. And I was actually very nervous. I was like, I know I talked about it on the show, and I wanted to make sure that people weren't just like thinking that this was going to be a reveal later on of like, oh, she's pregnant. No, Emily is not. Just
stop it.
Stop. Like, I'm broadcasting it more to my uterus. Like, we are not pregnant. No. So yeah, that was so this is Shark Week, and it's been fun. It's been probably one of the funnest Shark Weeks I've had in a very long time because I had a lovely distraction of having to dress up every day.
Yeah, and you planned it out, and and I'm going to tell you, I hate wearing a suit.
I love to see you in a suit, though.
Right now, this is so uncomfortable. Like, it feels tight. It's constricting.
It looks like the jacket's loose on you, though. When did you get that jacket?
Okay, so first of all, it's loose around the waist. Okay, and here's another thing. This shirt that I have on, when the last time I put it on, it was like a sausage skin.
Yeah.
And now it is.
Oh, you have room in there.
Yeah, I have a lot of room in here.
Sam, John needs a new suit.
John doesn't need a suit.
And he cleans up nice. Has Sam seen this?
She did. I woke her up this morning to say, what do you think? Because we're 2 hours off. So 10 o'clock here is 8 o'clock in the morning there. So I called her, and then she looked at me, and she was like trying to open her eyes and focus. And I'm like, what do you think? And she's like, I like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we get here we go.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
We get a doot for the suits and the dresses.
Doot for the suit.
But here's the thing. I tell you what, as men, I think we all wear suits because we don't want to stand out. We want to all conform. This is conformity for men. We all wear this suit. I mean, it could be different colors, but no one really knows. Guys don't really notice.
I wish that I could just wear the same dress to every event and nobody would think anything of it. Because a man, you could get a suit, wear the same suit to every single thing, a wedding, a funeral, a picnic. Oh my gosh.
Anything,
I'm so jealous. Mm-hmm.
And then guys that wear suits every day, what they do is they dress it up with their socks. Like socks
or their ties.
Yeah, ties and socks. It's like a no big deal. But everything, it's a black, it's a navy blue, it may be a brown. You see somebody in a brown suit, you're like, dude, what's up with that? A gray.
Yeah.
But you don't really see unless they're making some kind of bold statement with like a checkered or.
Yeah, even the pinstripes, it stands out a little bit.
The pinstripes will stand out a little bit, but men, they don't want to stand out. They don't want to have to think about this stuff. They just want to put even when they have to wear suits every day, they just want to put a suit on and go on and do their thing. But women, you've got a plan, and there's some different makeup and a different hairstyle. And I got to say, ladies, in this pandemic, maybe you ought to get together and pick out like a navy blue suit that everybody should wear. Yeah, it could be pantsuit or skirt, okay? Yep. And then a black dress that everybody would wear, and that would be your uniform. And that's all you have to have for dress up.
John has solved women's problems forever.
But here's the thing. women don't want to blend in. Women want to stand out.
Some women, not all women.
Okay.
I'm happy to blend in. Please,
but see,
one
woman would ruin it all.
I know. Well, there's always the worry of going to a funeral and having one woman in like a bright red dress, thinking about that.
You whore? Don't you know how to dress appropriately?
I just wanted to stand out. Or going to a wedding and having somebody wear white who's not the bride.
Right. Upstage the bride. Mm-hmm. The daggers, right? Where guys, we're just all in suits and we don't care. And if somebody tries to stand out, we mock and ridicule them.
Yeah, you guys are worse. Honestly, I think like women, we like this variety. We like. I don't know. I can't even speak for all women because I don't want to generalize. I hate the generalizations of you women. Like, no. We're fine. Guys, just do whatever you want, basically. I'm actually, one of the things I'm getting for my birthday, my mother-in-law got me, she usually takes me shopping on a shopping spree for my birthday the past few years and Christmas because I've been losing weight. So she knows she has to go out. Like, I won't buy new clothes for myself. So she goes out and just brings me to Macy's. And one of the things that I'm getting this year is a navy blue blazer because it goes with everything.
It does.
I keep going to conferences and see people in navy blue blazers, and I'm like, that's a core piece. That's not like that. That's something that like will transcend. But the thing is, and this is going back to this week of Spirit Week, including today, I'm so afraid to buy clothes now because I have the dress that my mother-in-law bought me last year for my birthday when she took me out for shopping for my birthday. It's this navy blue dress. It's very fancy. I can wear it to weddings. It has stripes on it, and it was fitted perfectly last year. Like, I put it on, it fit like a glove. It was awesome. I put it on today because it was the perfect. No, it was so loose and so baggy, especially in the armpits.
It was like wearing a tablecloth.
Yeah.
Yeah, baggy.
I
like
was heartbroken because I wore it maybe once. Listen. I brought it to every conference I've gone to, and it's never been like a dressy enough affair to wear this dress. So it just comes with me. It doesn't wrinkle either. It's the perfect dress. You could just pack it and it doesn't wrinkle. And I hang it up and I look at it. I've been looking at it all year and I only got to wear it once. So I'm going to have to, when this is all over, I mean, I could take out my sewing machine and pull it in, but I want somebody to do it professionally.
I got to tell you, when you dressed up for the Disney thing, that's when I realized the transformation you have made. Because it's not just in your face. It's in your shoulders.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Perfect. And I'm so proud of you and so happy for you. I mean, you're in your 30s. This is a time to do this. I hope, like I said, I know this. You've done such hard work and have stuck to this, and it's been amazing. And I'm on the opposite end of it. I'm still flailing around like, what do I do? Like some big giant dope. But
your suit is loose. You've made progress. You finally have something to show that you've made progress.
Yes. And it's not all about, I still think for some reason, once this all goes down, I got to go back to the doctor's. I still think I'm swollen, retaining water. I'm not sure that the pill's working as much as it. Don't get me wrong, I still pee a lot, but I feel swollen, and I don't understand why that is. And I think that water weight is, it's really what's holding me back a little bit. And it could be because I'm eating carbs now, and when you eat carbs, it could have a reaction where it's an inflammatory reaction for me, and that's why I'm retaining water. So I'm trying to work the carbs back out of my system. But here's the thing is, in this crazy time, you can't get fresh food or fresh vegetables and stuff like that. And here's the other thing. Some nitwit is going in there coughing on. You don't know what's going on. You don't know.
Oh, my gosh.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're like, I just want to club somebody with right behind the ear with a 9-iron. If I ever was in the supermarket, they should have somebody in the supermarket with a 9-iron. And if they see anybody walk up and cough on food or something like that deliberately, you just walk up and just a slice right behind the ear.
You know what's funny? Before I went to PodFest and things were just ramping up in the beginning of March, I went to ShopRite to get groceries and some stuff to travel. And I went over to the salad bar and just instinctively grabbed a container and was about to get stuff. And I was like, what am I doing? Oh my God, no, because the salad bar, it's like, even when we don't have a pandemic, it's very iffy, salad bars and how people treat those. Like,
Yeah, you know, and I used to love a good salad bar.
I know.
Back in the day, kids, we used to have this thing called a salad bar, and they'd put all the salad fixings out there, and you'd make your own.
The sneeze guard is just a joke to people. Like, people will be like, oh, there's a sneeze guard. Let me stick my head under it.
Under the
and
sneeze
breathe.
guard. Yeah. Listen, where's my 9-iron? Listen, you. Get your head above the sneeze guard.
Stop it.
You think that you're above going below the sneeze guard? So I have to have stuff in here like pasta and, you know, stuff that lasts longer, because I don't know when the next time I can get something fresh. Like right now, it's hard to get meat, and it's going to get harder. So,
I saw that.
Yeah. So anyhow, I mean, cereal, I've had to introduce cereal back into my life because I can't get eggs. I've been eating a ton of eggs.
Yeah. That's good.
Because it's really the only thing. And then when you run out of them and there's none in the store, cereal.
See, and it's funny because we used to get more cereal because we could just run out and get milk, but the kids drink our milk. Like, we have the milk specifically for kids at this point. So with cereal, Mark hasn't been doing cereal. I was never a huge cereal person. I eat dry cereal, and I'm perfectly happy with a box of Frosted Mini Wheats.
That's how I ate mine the other day because I was out of milk. Lisa calls that raw, eating cereal raw or unmilked. Lisa from I Shake My Head with Lisa. Yeah, unmilked cereal.
Yeah, one of the things that we did a few weeks ago, I was talking about how we got an Instacart order and they delayed it. We were okay with that because I kept being able to add things to the list, which was nice as we were going along. But then by the time it finally got to us, it was 2 weeks after we ordered, and we had expected it. We didn't expect it that day, of course, but we were expected it in 4 days, not 2 full weeks. So we finally got it. And I'm telling my husband today, I'm like, okay, we got it Wednesday. We should do our next order now. And this was Instacart. The other thing, my father-in-law got a discount on a subscription to Shipped. And this is another app, kind of like Instacart. But since it's a subscription, you actually buy into it. You're guaranteed your groceries a lot faster. And that's SHIPT. And I'll put the link to Shipped and Instacart and anything we talk about in the show notes. So do me a favor and double check the show notes, either by going to hatetoWait.com or going into your app and pressing that I button or swiping left or up. Wherever the show notes are, we'll have those apps there for you.
Yeah, and I'm still so I'm still anxious when I go outside.
Mm-hmm. Outside at all? Like
yeah.
Even in your yard where you don't have to wear a mask?
No, that's
okay.
I'm fine there. But I'm still wiping the truck down, and I'm the only one that's been in my truck, so I don't know why.
Fair enough, honestly, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know where my hands have touched. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always wiping my hands off and wiping the truck steering wheel down and the shifter knob and all that other stuff. But this morning, I woke up. Well, I slept all day yesterday, so I woke up at the crack of dawn this morning, and I was like, I'm not making coffee. I'm going outside. So I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I got a coffee, and of course I cleaned the cup off and wiped my hands down and had the coffee and all. So I guess I'm getting there now. But here's the thing, and I think we got to start talking about this as a people. If you are obese, morbidly obese, have comorbidities, asthma, breathing problems, diabetes, something like that, we're going to have to hunker down here. And I don't know how long we're going to have to hunker down for. And we might as well start getting used to it now, because there is no vaccine. There's really no treatment. And we're going to have to get used to it, because in the state of New Jersey, and I don't know how you're doing in Connecticut, we have over 75,000 cases here. And yesterday it went up by 4,000. Now we're testing. I get we're testing, but they're only testing people with symptoms. So I think that putting on masks in public, I think that's going to help. And I think the social distancing is going to help. But they're going to have to start opening up businesses now, because I never realized how much we're just consumers. We consume everything.
Yeah.
Content on TV, in podcast, food, entertainment. We're just consumers.
Well, 90% of people are consumers. The other 10% I saw this breakdown. 90% of people are consumers, about 9% are curators, and then 1% are creators. Hi.
Well, okay, we create content, but we don't create food.
No, but in general,
Right.
that's the breakdown of people. 1% of people create things for 90% of people to consume. That differs, of course, because if you're also 90% a consumer too, you're watching TV and stuff, even if you're creating content or curating content. Yeah.
Yeah. So for us to consume, we have to get back out there and start creating and being now things that aren't going to, I don't think you're going to see anybody in a football stadium. So this is what cracks me up about the people in this country. And I'm just going to use America. Right now, everybody's out. Not everybody. A bunch of people are out and they're like, you can't keep us locked in. And they're going to their state capitol and it reminds me of like
Please don't listen to our podcast while you do that in your cars. No. If you're one of those people, do not put our podcast on. I'm just saying I don't want to be associated with any of that.
Listen, they're all listening to Rush Limbaugh and all this stuff. But anyhow, so my thing
out
is
years ago for a month.
Right. So here's the thing. I think it's like kids. And I remember when I was a kid, I was one of those kids. So in other words, I'd be like, I want to go out and I want to go ride my bike in a thunderstorm. I want to go. And finally, my mom would be like, go ahead, you little bastard. Go ahead out. And I would get out there and like a crack of lightning would go. And I'd be like, well, maybe I want to go out. So if we just said to everybody, you know what? Here's the deal. You're right. You have freedoms. You could go out there and get this virus and take your chances. Knock yourself out. Have at it. Go ahead. I don't know how many people would go blasting out there. I don't know how many people would go to a ball game. And then once this all starts happening again, where people are infecting each other, some people are going to make it through it. Some people aren't. And I love this. It was a meme I saw the other day. They said it's only like 2%. The death rate of this virus is only 2% of everybody that's going to get it. And if they said if there was 100 M&Ms and 2 of them would kill you, would you take your chances?
Yeah.
Would you take your chances on eating those M&Ms?
I thought you were talking about the rapper for a quick second, and I pictured, will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Well, one of the things about this this pandemic, if there's anything great that comes out of it, is the memes and the song parodies.
Yeah.
I saw one from Kenneth Copeland. He's a preacher. And he did this preacher thing where there was nobody in the audience and it was televised and all that. And he had people like 6 feet away from him. And they put it to music. And I can't stop singing it. I can't stop singing it. It's amazing. Now we have to put, I'm glad I mentioned that because now we got to put it in the show notes.
Yeah, I'll find it.
So I'm starting to get in a groove again. Intermittent fasting seems to be going well. I went back up to 8:16, so another eat for 8, 16, and I'm going to start weaning myself off because it seemed like I would almost panic, like when it was 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I didn't eat yet. I got to hurry up and eat. And I said, you know what? I'm still going to try to eat at 6, but if I can move my window out to 8. And so far it's been working out pretty well. That's about it for me. How about you? What's your week been like?
It's been a lot of Spirit Week. So honestly, the food thing, getting our groceries on Wednesday, though, I was a little relieved we didn't record yesterday because the day I get my groceries is a terrible day for me to record the day after because as soon as I have groceries, I'm like, oh, I have so many options. I'm going to make a little smorgasbord of little samples of everything. And I sit there and my son has inherited my love of Cheez-Its and we finished a whole box. Between the two of us, we finished a box of Cheez-Its, my 3-year-old son and I, in like 24 hours. I can't be around Cheez-Its. Those are my downfall. I told my husband, I'm like, look, maybe there will be a time where I don't know what I want to eat, where I am so sick that I can't eat anything or so depressed. Bring me Cheez-Its. That's how you know I'm really depressed. If I will not eat a single Cheez-It, I love Cheez-Its. And I always go back to this. When I was doing this diet, Trim Healthy Mama, and I was really successful at it for 6 months, and it was very rigid. Couldn't have carbs, couldn't have a lot of fake stuff. And one day I was just so hungry when I was supposed to eat, because on this diet, you're supposed to eat every 3 hours. And I was so hungry at that 3-hour mark. And the only thing I had at the time, I was in my car, was a container of Cheez-Its that was my daughter's in the back seat. And I was like, okay, well, just one. After 6 months of like not having any carbs at all. That one Cheez-It turned into finishing the container. And then
give me those.
The next thing I know, just everything went to crap. I was like, Cheez-Its are the most delicious food in the entire world. Why would I give these up? They're so good. So as long as those exist, it's going to be so hard if anybody ever tells me I can't have carbs, Cheez-Its in any way. But so I don't really buy them, but I bought them in a pandemic panic of, I just want comfort food. So I bought Cheez-Its and they're,
If an asteroid is going to hit the Earth, I want Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not denying myself of Cheez-Its.
No, yeah. If an asteroid was coming to the Earth, there would be Cheez-Its, Doritos, there would be regular Coke in my face. Oh my gosh. Regular Coca-Cola would be delicious. I haven't had Coca-Cola in ages, but yeah. Ooh, shrimp and lobster because I'm allergic. So.
Oh, that's right.
So if I'm going to die with an asteroid, I've always said too, if I've ever done something so terrible where I have a last meal going to the electric chair, shrimp, lobster, right there. So maybe that'll kill me before the electric chair.
You think?
I don't know. I'd really want to. People have asked me too. They're like, "You've thought about this a lot. What crime would you commit?" And I'm like, I don't know. Whatever crime gets me shrimp and lobster.
I got to tell you, I think your biggest crime would be jaywalking. I can't really see you committing a crime.
It would be an elaborate ruse gone wrong. It would be, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I can't. All right, so I can't see which one, because it's Facebook. Hey, I got a Hey Babe. I don't know.
I'm guessing that's yours. I don't think my husband's even in the group to give me a Hey Babe. I think that's you're the babe.
Right. So because I've been doing, since you can't get two people within 6 feet of each other, I shake my head with Lisa and Sam. They don't podcast in the car anymore. Mm-hmm. So I've been the producer and bringing them in through StreamYard so they can record. So that we've started the hashtag over there, hashtag Hey Babe. And you're okay with it? I mean, you're getting supplies and...
Yeah, we're getting supplies. It's fine. We were actually, when our Instacart was delayed for a week, longer than we thought it would, that's when I got creative. I think I was talking last week about making canned chili tortillas and almost shredding some string cheese on top for the cheese. But we got creative. We had some noodles. We still have the meat from Omaha Steaks, thank goodness. Okay. So we've had a lot of meat-based meals. Vegetables have been tough, and I'm kind of glad that I buy frozen vegetables, put them in the freezer, and forget that I buy them. So for a long time, we just kept finding these bags of broccoli that I buy and put in the freezer and forget. Because when I want to cook, when I'm finally hungry, I'll open up the freezer and be like, oh, all of this is going to take too long to make. Let's just order something. So I've been stockpiling for a while, but we went through it. We actually had meals that, because we're not ordering out as much either. We don't, as much as we are an order out family, and most of the places that we usually order out from are still open, except for my chicken place, John. Remember, you know my waffle fulls?
No waffle fulls?
No waffle fulls. This is, I'm going to talk about it and drool and then get sad they don't have it. But it's a waffle cone filled with mashed potatoes and cheese on the bottom, and then on top are little chicken nuggets. Adult chicken nuggets, not like McDonald's chicken nuggets. These are like real chunks of chicken, really nicely. My husband loves their buffalo sauce too, so he gets the buffalo chicken. But they make a waffle full, and they had them open for a little while, but I don't think their takeout orders were as much that they could stay open for that. But they are a catering company. This is something about people who love food. We make sure that the people who give us food, how are you guys doing? Are you guys going to be okay? You guys are still going to be around. You're still catering. Okay, good. They're like the ones who are donating. They're catering to hospitals and people on the front lines. And so their catering is still open, which makes me really happy. And I'm trying to think like, okay, what is their minimum for catering? How much chicken, how many waffle fulls can I freeze? How does one...
Would a frozen waffle full be okay?
I don't think
so. Yeah, I don't think so either.
No, but I love their chicken so much, so I want to make sure they're okay. But the other places we order from, our pizza place, still up and running, still making delicious pizza.
Yeah, I'm still ordering from my pizza place. If I don't get pizza, they make dinners.
You know what we have had trouble with? Chinese food. Our Chinese food place closed. And I know that there was some, in the beginning of all of this, Chinese restaurants were taking a hit because people are racist and stupid. But
stupid.
Yeah.
Well, it could be racist. People think they're going to get the COVID from Chinese food, which is dumb.
Yeah. So my favorite Chinese place, that was Chinese and Japanese. So if I didn't want Chinese, I could get sushi. If I didn't want sushi, I could get chicken and broccoli. It was such a great place, and they're closed. And I'm very sad about that. We had to try a new Chinese place, and they're okay. You know, they're fine. They're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that, and then again, I've been fattening up the squirrels with my trash for the past 4 years. So if we start losing food, better watch out, squirrels. I might stew one up. I don't know. I still remember how to do it.
How do you actually know how to stew a squirrel?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I've been a hunter since I was 14 years old. So we've small game hunt, which rabbit, quail, pheasant, squirrel, and then deer.
Do you have to shave it? I'm so curious how you prep a squirrel.
You skin them. You got to skin them. Usually they have really tough skin, so you don't want them to get cold. When you shoot them, you kind of got to skin them right away.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because if not, it's like trying to pull rubber off a tire. It's that hard to get off.
Are they good? Is squirrel meat good?
Here's the deal.
I've never had squirrel meat before.
My aunt, God bless her soul, my Aunt Janice used to make the best fried squirrel. It was amazing. None of us can seem to make it like she made it. But what I did with squirrel is after I get done, you would cut it up and almost you piece it off like a chicken. And then what I would do with my squirrel is I'd Instapot it. And sauce it. Instapot squirrel. That actually sounds pretty tasty.
What does it taste like? Can you compare it to another meat?
It's okay. So it has the texture of chicken, but it's a little bit stronger than chicken. It has a little bit of a different flavor than chicken, but it's got the tendency and texture of chicken.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah,
I picture
everything's
everything
like chicken.
Hunted
Rabbit.
to be
rabbit,
like,
pheasant, squirrel, quail, chicken.
I've had rabbit. All right. I can compare it to rabbit.
It's not too bad. I would imagine that we'll go back to, we'll basically go back to the way we used to do things before we had supermarkets and everything, is basically go shoot a deer or shoot whatever. I don't know.
Little man, you're 25 pounds of cat. Just saying. You're going to taste delicious. With all the petting and massaging I do of him, he's basically that beef that people massage.
He's Kobe cat.
Kobe cat, yeah.
A little man. Oh, poor little man.
Poor little man.
Let's just hope that your grocery store don't run out of food. I'd hate to see you eat little man.
I know. I don't even know if I have a casserole dish big enough, to be perfectly honest. I'd have to cut him up. That wouldn't be a thing. Little man, by the way, is my 25-pound cat who got the name Little Man when he was a kitten.
Right.
And then ironically got very fat.
Yeah, he outgrown his name.
Yes.
Well, is that it for your week?
That's pretty much it, because I've been doing Spirit Week. But I will say the dress I'm wearing today on All Dressed Up, Nowhere to Go Day is the third dress I put on, because I tried on the navy blue dress that is now too big and I'm sad. I tried on another dress that I wore all throughout my pregnancy, and then also for years before that, because it was basically yoga pant material and it would just stay up on your chest and flow down. Like it moved with you. You couldn't really, you didn't grow too fat for it. And I put it on now and it's too long because now I don't have the stomach that took up a lot of that material that held it up sort of off my feet. And I just kept tripping over it all morning, even pulling it up even more and folding it down. No, so I just put on a dress, which, by the way, this dress I'm wearing right now is, it was an impulse buy on Amazon one night. It was this vintagey looking dress and it was $16. I knew it was a crappy company overseas. And I was like, well, how bad could this dress be? It looks really great. If nothing else, it'll just be a fun little 50s type of dress to wear around. And I got it. And of course, when you order the largest size they have, it's not actually the largest size in America. It's a very large size for people who are not generally as large as we are here.
Right.
So it
There's
didn't
large
fit.
and American large. It's like a California king bed.
Yes.
which is smaller than a king size.
Yeah. We actually have a California king just because we can fit that in our room, but not a king size bed. But.
Yeah, see, I got to get the king. I need to get a king bed again. But anyhow. Well, I tell you what, it is a beautiful dress.
Thank you.
I got to tell you, I have a mullet outfit on. It's business on the top, party on the bottom. I'm still in my sweatpants.
Fair enough. I haven't worn heels as much as I wanted to do the whole dress up thing. No, I put on flats today. These are not heels. I didn't wear heels all week because I was like, I want to dress up. Still don't want to wear heels. I'm not missing my heels at all in any respect. No.
So you're going to wear that all day?
Yeah, the dress probably.
Yeah, see, me, as soon as I get off, as soon as we click out of here, this suit, jacket, and tie, it's going to come off like it was on fire. That's how fast it's
totally fair enough. There was some days where I knew that I was going to go on later in the day and talk about something. And then as soon as I would do an Instagram, I was like, okay. And now we're done. I think that was Tuesday. Tuesday was hippie day. And I was kind of like, you know what? I kind of miss, some things are a little too flowy. It's still Shark Week. I want some compression. I want my leggings back.
Fair enough. Something that men don't ever have to worry about.
I know. Yeah. Sometimes I know women love that flowy feeling, but for me, I need structure. I feel like I need structure in my routine, and sometimes I need structure in my clothes just to hey, sit up straight.
All right. Well, let's get into some Winning Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Winning Wednesday. Winning Wednesday. Winning Wednesday. Winning Wednesday. Winning Wednesday.
All right. Do you want to start it off?
Yeah. So this week, Victoria, everything has gone a bit wrong this week. I was doing quite well previously, but it's Wednesday, and I'm going to turn this around now. That's a great way to look at it.
I agree. Ingrid, I've lost 5.2 pounds. Non-scale victory, I have 48 miles on my bike this past week and also 42,000 steps.
Wow. And this is Wednesday.
And it's Wednesday.
Wednesday, 42,000 steps.
I couldn't do that in 3 months.
Mary Jo says she's worked out every day for the last month now to get my food in line, and I'll be unstoppable. Awesome.
Scotty says, I'm not sure a time frame, but I'm down another 4 pounds. It makes 15 pounds total since isolation 4 weeks ago.
Wow. Summer says, I've always had trouble returning to sugar-free life after a cheat day. Well, after Lent, plus 2 weeks before that with no sugar, I had a cheat day to top all cheat days on Easter. However, this time, I was able to wake up Monday morning and get back on plan, despite the leftover candy.
Put that cookie down! Now!
Sorry.
And no office where I can drop it off. I am sugar-free again and resisting cravings.
Don says, I have several wins. I've started listening to this podcast in mid-January and primarily when working out. I started at the beginning and now I am caught up. So the app tells me I'm missing episode number 92. Yeah. Sorry, Don. That was my fault.
That's also my fault. I haven't gotten it out yet. So guys, 92 will be out. By the time you hear this one, it'll be out.
Yeah, it's missing from my podcast app. Oh, well, I will listen to it here on Facebook in a few minutes. Since the lockdown, I have only been able to go for short hikes once a week, and I'm sticking to intermittent fasting. And even through the lockdown, I have lost 6 pounds as of today. A new second number for the first time. I'm down to 226 pounds. Or you get one of these.
Yeah. Doo-doo.
There we go. That puts me almost 30 pounds down since December of 2019. You get 2 for that.
That's awesome. Ken says, completed my first 2 months on Nutrisystem and lost a total of 19 pounds. Started an at-home workout routine last week since all gyms are shut down. Been able to keep working since I'm a truck driver and considered essential, so I'm thankful for that. And thank you, Ken. Thank you for being essential and driving.
Absolutely. Teresa says, finished the first block of P90X and heading into the first transition recovery week. I don't know much about P90X, but okay. And then she says, and the Spirit Week challenge has been a win for everyone.
Do you want to read your Samantha's?
Okay. My girl Samantha says, I started working out last week with the help of the FitOn app, and I've done 5 workouts so far, and I feel like I'm getting into a good groove.
Yay!
And I heard a little bit of an update today that she's down 2 pounds.
Yay! That's great.
She didn't get to put that on here, yes. So a little inside information. Don't arrest me.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. This is so great that people are still posting their Winning Wednesdays. I hope that continues because I remember when all of this first started, we didn't have many. We had maybe 4 or 5 for a few weeks, and I think people have I hate saying we've gotten used to this as a new normal, but we're starting to get into
we're not letting it slow us down.
Yeah, a quarantine groove a little bit.
In other words, yeah, so it throw a monkey. Okay, so before this podcast, once this happened, I'd be like, well, you know what? I can't get really good food, and I might as well just go back to same old bullshit behavior that I did before.
Yeah.
Where now I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this until I can figure another. So my thing is, okay, I'm going to do this until I can figure out another way around it to make things better. And so now instead of just throwing our hands up and going, oh, this is horrible. I guess your Cheez-It thing. You know, before it would be like, oh, I had a whole half a box of Cheez-Its. Well, I guess this week's ruined.
Yeah.
Week? What about tomorrow? Or
exactly.
Week? You know, what about the rest of the day? We can get back on track the rest of the day. I mean, I think we have more of a mindset to do that than just throw in a towel like I did before. So congratulations, everyone.
Yeah, great job. I'm also realizing with this, you know how every day has seemed like a week long?
Oh.
It's not just me. Everybody is saying like, oh, okay, it's the end of the day. And you think back to the morning and it seems just weeks ago.
I'm losing days. I'm absolutely losing days. I mean, I don't know if I said this last week, but I called my daughter up. No, I couldn't have. I called my daughter up last Friday, and because she was supposed to have stuff done on Friday, and I woke up, I thought it was Saturday. I'm waiting for our friend Dave Jackson has the Ask the Podcast Coach. I'm sitting there waiting for him to come on. I'm in Saturday mode. So then I message her and I'm like, hey, what's going on? I thought you were supposed to have this done by Friday. She goes, it is Friday. I'm like, wait a minute, let me think about it. Oh, yeah, it is Friday. Never mind. Yeah. So, you don't know what day it is. And it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy.
Yeah. And I got to say, if you don't do a Spirit Week, and by the way, feel free to take that Spirit Week idea, anybody, and run with it. I didn't put dates on my Spirit Week challenge, so you could start it Monday if you want. Do it yourself. It's been an amazing distraction, and also it's made me very aware of what day it is, because now when I wake up, and actually before this week, before doing the Spirit Week challenge, I would wake up, and the first thought in my head was, oh God, we're still quarantined. Oh God, the world is still falling apart. Like, that's not a way to wake up. And this week was the first week where I would wake up and go, oh, I have to get dressed today. And thinking, I'm actually very happy for this idea. Good. I'm glad for this thought. I get to get dressed. I have a reason to get dressed. I have a reason to find new clothes. And next week, I'm looking forward to getting back to my yoga pants every day. I've missed them. Give me a chance to miss something. That's all I'm asking.
Think that we're going to start to see people, get back out there again. I think that the younger people, the people that have probably had this, and they're going to slowly trickle back to work. And
well, once we can get the tests to see who has the antibodies, that's going to be a big.
That's going to be a big thing. So hopefully, I know everybody's freaking out about this, but you know what? We're making this up as we go along because this has never happened before.
Yeah, Mark is convinced actually that he had it in California. That was the big sickness that he had in California. But then he got sick again 6 weeks later last week. And he was really legit worried that this was it. And I was like, this is a cold. Like, I'm telling you, this is a cold. This is not, you haven't had a fever. But he had a fever when we were out in California. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a very mild case of it. But
yeah, some people go through this without any symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
Any symptoms. The one Navy ship that we had where there was a big to-do with the captain, he had a bunch of people quarantined. They went in there and tested everybody on the boat. They had a lot of the guys there that had it, no symptoms, none.
Yeah.
So this is crazy because, they had no symptoms, but if someone like me got it, it would be curtains. So we have to be careful. If we just don't lose our mind and run out into the fray, run out into traffic, then I think that, people that are, I'll tell you what, nothing has made me want to lose weight and get back into shape more than this has.
Really?
But oh my God, yeah, because you don't want to. I mean, you don't want to be taken out because you're obese. I don't know. For me, look, I wouldn't. I have asthma, so it wouldn't make it different. I've had asthma ever since I was 2 years old, so this wouldn't make a big difference. Although I haven't really had an asthma attack, and I can't remember how long. And my asthma is usually triggered by sickness, which would not be good for me, and also, allergies that I'm allergic to dogs and cats. But I see all, the other people that are having problems with this, and it's taken out a ton of people. I mean, we're probably, I can't even remember how many is in New Jersey, but it might be we're going to be almost 3,000 deaths since March. Since March,
Yeah.
not even basically a month. And people are like, well, what about the flu? I don't think the flu has taken out this many people.
I don't know. We're not doctors again, so
No,
we're not going
we're
to
not.
speculate too much, but it's something. It's something that has made a lot of people think about their health. I have been very grateful when people talk about what are you grateful for. A lot of the times I'll wake up and I say, I'm really glad that I've been on this health journey for this long, because if I were still close to 270 pounds, I'd probably be pushing 300 by this point with all the stress if I had done nothing, absolutely nothing, because my only go-to at that point was eating back then. That was my stress reliever. And I thought, well, that's future Emily's problem. Well, future Emily is now present Emily. And she's very happy that past Emily made the decision to read a book about intermittent fasting.
Yep. All right. Well, you know what time it is.
Oh, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time for the moment you have all been waiting for. It's time for the weigh-in.
All right. I know it's Shark Week.
It's Shark Week, yes. So I'm up and down 0 pounds, which is fine with me. That's perfectly fine. Yay! Because I was up the day of the Cheez-Its. I was up. I know I was up the day of the Cheez-Its.
I am down 2 pounds.
Hooray!
So I guess I flattened the curve. At first I panicked. I went up 7, then 3, then leveled off. Now I'm down 2. So I'm still plus 8.
Were you 0 last week? I didn't write it
Yes,
down.
I was 0 last week. So I'm down 2. This will be the new norm. I really want to try to get out and do some more exercising. I really want to start walking around more. I know I feel better when I do it. It's just painful before and after.
That's one of the things I think I'm going to buy with my birthday money is a real badminton set for me and Mark. That's the one sport that you could put up in a backyard that I will get strangely competitive about. And badminton is not like a fierce sport, but because it's not a fierce sport, I like to make it fierce. And I stand there with my racket and I hold the birdie and I'm like, whoa. And it's like the lightest little, but still making those grunty sounds and trying to like really go for that birdie.
Sounded like that tennis player. I can't think of. She just retired. What was her-
Yeah. I make it sound like hardcore tennis, but it's badminton because I'm like, I could do badminton. The shuttlecock moves slowly enough where I might be able to actually get it.
Right. we used to swing at them so hard that they would actually get stuck in the racket.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm that's going to be a little bit of new physical activity for us when it finally warms up. I gotta say, I keep waiting for it to finally be warm, and it's been just hovering in the 40s and 50s, and it's like, do I want to go out? If I go out, I have to get used to it for 10 minutes, and then but
I think that it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be harder now because the weather's getting nicer. We've all been stuck inside. We all have cabin fever. We're all going to want to run out into traffic. I say, guess what? Take and stop that urge.
yeah.
Stop that urge. And again, because you never know. It's a lottery pick, and you never know which one you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to get the little symptoms or symptoms maybe for 2 weeks where it's miserable and then you're finally over it. Or, you don't want to you don't want to go to the hospital on this. Don't want to go to the hospital.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things. So how I used to, for a very long time, drive my son around every afternoon so he would take a nap. Most afternoons I would do that. I don't really do that anymore. First of all, he's been not taking as many naps. He hasn't been doing his afternoon nap, which has been nice, which means we don't have to leave the house. But I also try not to take him for that nap drive because I don't want to get into an accident. I never have, but in my head, I'm like,
oh, I never thought of that.
I don't even want to take the risk of getting into an accident and having to go to a hospital or having to call AAA, which I don't know how well they're running or what garages are open or anything like that. And it's a very weird fear. And even in my head, my paranoia is playing games with me and saying, well, you haven't had an accident in many, many years. You're due. Like, it's not even you're really good at driving. It's you're due.
Right.
It's your time.
Yeah, I never thought about that, but I can understand why you say that.
Yeah.
But I don't. Sometimes I think we just can't be afraid to go live our lives.
I know. Yeah.
You haven't had an accident doesn't mean you won't have an accident, but you're a pretty good driver. So
I also don't trust other people too. I'm like, I don't know what they're like.
well, the same morons that were on the road before this are still out there on the road.
No, but they're not. I'm thinking about it because a lot of them were at work.
A lot less morons. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And if you'd like to join our little group and come watch us do this all dressed up, you can go to hatetowait.com/Facebook and join us there. Show notes are in your app. Just tap that little thing, information, button, whatever, and check them out. Or go to hatetowait.com. Emily, thank you very much. And thanks for letting me dress up today.
Thank you for dressing up. Thanks for joining me in this Spirit Week. I liked it. It was fun. I don't know how often I'll enact it as if I reign supreme over Spirit Weeks in people's closets, but I would like to enact it every so often because it is fun to wear old clothes, and there have been a lot of clothes that I've tried on and thrown in the donation pile at this point, and yeah.
Why not have a 1 week a month Spirit Week?
I thought about that.
I declare that it will be Spirit Week the second week of every month.
Honestly, I think I might do a Spirit Week leading up to my birthday every week, actually. Or every week. Every week is my birthday. Every year. Because my birthday's next week, actually. So I like having it around my birthday because that's fun.
Well, then and it's also right around the 2nd year anniversary of this podcast.
I know. That would be fun.
It would be fun. I might have to, do I have to dress up for our 2nd year anniversary? Do I have to do this again? Maybe a shirt and tie. Maybe not the jacket.
No, I think we already had our 2nd year anniversary.
I thought it was April 23rd.
Oh, it's April 23rd? Okay.
Yes, it was April 23rd. I went back and looked it up. Hang on, I'm shaking off the jacket because it's so tight.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, what a difference. What a difference, just a tie and a shirt. I could do this every week. This isn't bad. The jacket kills it.
That shirt is so loose. That shirt is so loose, John.
I'm telling you, I put this thing on and the button, you know how the buttons would start to pull apart like this? It would do that. It was doing that.
And that's one of the things with wearing yoga pants in the same shirt every day. I was not seeing any sort of difference because the same yoga pants I wore 50 pounds heavier still fit me because they're yoga pants. And I got to stop saying yoga pants. They're leggings. They're just elastic pants. They're fancy elastic pants. I do yoga in them.
You do yoga? Yeah, so they're yoga pants.
There we go. But they're not like the shiny, spandexy. No, I don't wear those every day. But the black leggings, yeah.
Okay.
All right, everyone.
All right, everybody. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye. Later, waiters.